Hello everyone, Eric here again. Today I'm in the garage. We're going to be firing up this Jeep, 1946 Willys CJ2A, and over there is a 1946 Chevrolet pickup. We're going to be basically doing a cold start on both of them. They've both been sitting in the garage for about a little less than a month. You guys saw when I took the Chevy to a car show, and I think I might have done a video of the Jeep at a car show. So they've been sitting for a couple weeks, give or take, and I'll have to do a video pretty in depth of how we acquired the Jeep and the truck, because they both have really interesting stories behind both of them, and they've both been in the family the truck has been in the family for over 30 years, almost 40 years now, and this Jeep has been in the family for about 25 years, and it was a very big journey to get them, and so I'll do a video on that. But today we're not going to be talking about the history or any of the information behind the Jeep or the truck. Instead we'll be talking about the engine, and also I'll be starting the engines up in both vehicles. So yeah. Alright, so my cameraman here is going to come over. We'll pop the hood on the Jeep and we'll come around over here. Alright, and voila, there it is, the all original flathead 4-cylinder Go Devil engine. It's essentially a tractor engine pretty much. It's kind of like what they used in the old farmhouse. The firing order is different, but essentially it's what they used in tractors and old generators and stuff, as everything was the same back then pretty much. Very basic, you know, everything's right where you need it. It's basically the same as what they used during World War II. Some minor differences. The transmission is different. It's a little bit beefier. This Jeep has got a PTO on the back, so we'll go around the back. And okay, so the PTO is right here. That's a power takeoff. That was used to run implements, and you could also get a 3-point hitch for this Jeep, but those are pretty rare, the 3-point hitches. So we have one. We actually got two of them. They're both the Miller hydraulic ones. Kind of an obscure brand, but I don't think we'll ever put them in this Jeep. We got a couple other Jeeps. As you can see over there, we got the Fire Jeep. And then you come over here. This is what that Fire Jeep used to look like. Right here. That's what it used to look like. But now we have it all taken apart and stuff. So yeah. All right. So back to the engine here. The engine is all original. It's nothing. It's still 6-volt, no 12-volt conversion. Even in the winter, these engines should always start up. You should never have to convert to 12-volt. I mean, people do it because, you know, it spins it over faster. But these things should always, in my preference, should stay 6-volt. And this is 6-volt, like I said. Got a mechanical fuel pump. It's got a Carter WO carburetor. Oil bath air filter. What else? What else can I say? It's all original. So we'll crank it up. Alright, so first I'm gonna just give it a little pump. We're neutral. Parking brake is on. No, it might need choke. I don't think it will. Cold start, but sitting. Give it some key action here. And starter button still, so we're just going to press start button and it should fire it up. So that is how a Jeep should run. When they're tuned up, when everything's right, they should just crank right over and start right up like that. Like I said, there's no real need for a 12-volt conversion if you're trying to keep it all original like I am. Because I guess you'd call me a purist. I'm a little bit of a purist when it comes to these older flat fender Jeeps. I like the old. I just like to keep stuff original. But that's just my opinion. So we'll move on over to the 46 Chevy now. We'll be cranking that puppy over. So Trevor, if you can pause the video, we'll move on over.
Well, we're in the Chevy.
Yes. So this is the interior of a 1946 Chevrolet pickup. It's belonged to my grandfather, and then he gave it to my dad, and my dad is giving it to me. So I'll show you around in here a little bit. You got your ashtray, is typical for old vehicles, but what's pretty unique about any old vehicle or old truck specifically is you got a throttle, and that's for well, it's for two things. It's to warm your engine up in cold climates, so you could pull it out a little bit, make it easier to start, and it's also there for if you have a PTO for a hydraulic pump or something. You could just pull it out, and you could, you know, raise the bed or the dump bed. It's a 3 on the tree, or 3 on the floor, standard shift. The Jeep over there is a 3 on the tree. You know, it's got 3 speeds on the column. This is just a standard, you know, 3-speed. The interior is very Spartan, very plain. This right here is a traffic light prism, so you can see the traffic lights if you pull underneath one. It's got Trico vacuum power windshield wipers up there. It's got 1930s car clock in here, but it's also got a turning signal on here. But these are canceling signals, so you gotta make sure you turn them off. And then I guess we could show them the engine. Alright, so now this is a Stovebolt 216 straight 6 engine. This engine was used in a lot of applications other than in their trucks. It was used in their cars. It was used in industrial applications like on welders, generators, pumps. They even used this in a tractor at some point if you do your research. We got these dual note horns out of an Oldsmobile, and this is the original horn right here. Oil bath air filter like the Jeep. What else? It's an overhead valve engine if I didn't already say that. It's not a flathead. But this engine, sounds really good. So we'll go in the cab, and then Trevor could get me cranking this engine over here. Alright, so this truck is a little bit more tough to start than the Jeep. It's not as easy to start. The truck's a little bit more cold-blooded. But I guarantee it, we'll be able to get this thing to start. So we'll give it a little pump action there. I always forget. This one's your throttle. That's right. This is your choke here. You gotta press the accelerator down in order to get this to pull out. That's kind of one of the things that GM did. Alright, put the clutch in. It's got a starter button on the floor, so we'll turn the key and we'll crank it over here. Well, that wasn't too bad, now was it? Here's your hand throttle. We want to let it warm up. We don't want to give it too much throttle yet. The cigarette lighter. What else? That's pretty much it. We'll go out and show you the engine running. As you can see, the engine runs as good as the truck looks. That's how it should always be. These old engines are bulletproof, so yeah. tour here. We'll just walk around the truck a little bit. This is pretty poor video here. The truck's in the garage. But we'll pull it out and we'll do a little walk around video. You guys have seen this truck many times in other videos. But we'll do walk arounds of both these vehicles, like I said, outside in the future. But we'll also do a little history of how we acquired these, like I said. But we'll walk around them here. So as you can see, you know, it's got these very streamlined headlights, as most vehicles were. They were all very streamlined back then. That was kind of styling. It's almost an Art Deco thing that they did. But this truck is a lot of fun to drive. It turns heads everywhere you go. Walk around side here. Pardon the messy garage. We've been trying to clean this place out. See some scratches here and there on this truck. That was restored over 30 years ago, so that's to be expected. Pinstriping was done by a good friend of ours. He's been doing body work and pinstriping for years. He did a phenomenal job years ago, and I still think that his quality holds up even now. So, this is the 46 Chevy. I hope you liked this it's kind of a new video we've been trying to do for a while, is walk around our vehicles and try and show you around them and stuff. But I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day and a better tomorrow.